everybody, this is Heidi Bennett. Welcome to the Vibrant Kitchen. I love sharing recipes and also trips down memory lane by going through vintage cookbooks. I do taste tests, and I also invite in fresh new talent. So today's recipe is a little bit different because it's also kind of a collab with our new show, which is Justine's Cuisine. So also today we're going to be launching that new show. So make sure to subscribe to this channel so you can check out Justine's new show. So what I invited Justine to do was I asked her, hey, imagine that I, Heidi, am having a potluck to celebrate Day of the Dead and Halloween, and make something for that potluck. So I still don't even know what it is that she's made, but I'm looking forward to sharing that with you on the channel here. And then I'm gonna share what I decided to make, which is a black bean chili that has, as you can see, some citrus in it. There's orange, there's bell pepper, garlic, onion, and a little bit of chipotle and everything else. You can make this vegetarian so easily. In fact, the only thing non-vegetarian here is this beef bone broth. That happens to be one of my favorite things. It's this Roli, Roti beef bone broth, but you can have obviously veggie bone broth in it easily, or just water. There's plenty of flavor here, so just water works fine too. So all of the ingredients will be listed below, and you can watch this video to go step by step with me. Let's get over to that stove and get cooking. All right, first thing we're gonna do is get this pot heated up. Right now I'm gonna go for high. And the reason I'm gonna do high is because I'm gonna add red bell pepper. Obviously you can use yellow. If you like green, you can use green. I do not. So yellow, orange, red. I start out with that in a dry pan first because I want to get some char. And I'm already smelling that roasty scent. At home, I have a gas stove, and I like to take the whole bell pepper, get the gas burner going, and then just char it directly on the burner. But here at David's, we're doing it this way, which also works beautifully. You're getting to see those colors, those little chars. Now let's add some olive oil. This is a couple of tablespoons. You can use a chopped white onion or yellow onion, red onion, whatever you like. I adjusted this again down to a medium low. All right. So we're gonna let these guys soften. Getting a little bit of brown color is fine. Just keep an eye on them, keep them swirling about. Depending on what pot you use, what the weather's like, what kind of stovetop you're using, how finely you chop an ingredient. Timing's always going to be a little bit different, and temperature too. So that's why I like to just keep an eye on things, adjust the temperature as needed, and relax. And that's why I actually love cooking in the kitchen by myself, so I don't get distracted. So this baby's on medium low. Onions are looking soft enough to me. So I'm gonna add, this is about 3 cloves of garlic. There's still enough fat in the pan, so I didn't need to add any more oil. I'm just gonna swirl them around for about half a minute. Kind of take the raw edge off of them. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of cumin aka cumin. I like to add it into at this point to get it into the fat, so that can help bring out the flavor. And speaking of fat, things are starting to look a little dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil. Okay. Add your favorite tomatoes. I found these whole organic fire roasted tomatoes, so I'm just gonna dump them in and then smush them. All right, turning this up a little bit higher now that there's more ingredients and some liquid. Speaking of smush power, besides crushing up these tomatoes, once this chili's done, you can also stick blender it or blender about half of it just to get some different textures going on. I'll leave that up to you. Now, black bean time. These particular cans of black beans, there was no salt in them, so I'm going to be pretty generous here. And then we'll adjust for flavor, saltiness later. And to add more smokiness and obviously some heat, Chipotle and adobo. Gonna start here. Whoop, there it is. There's the one Chipotle. I'm gonna smoosh it. And you know how I'm gonna do it? With my fingers. The last two ingredients for this stage is the bone broth, or like I said, use veggie broth or water, and the orange. So we have the option of putting in some lime juice, but what I'd like to do is give this a chance to really cook through and see where we're at. See if we need a little more of that citrus kick or if we just want to put the limes on the side. And definitely make this the day ahead or 2 days ahead to really get everybody playing well together. So I'm gonna put the lid on this, put it on a high, and once it starts bubbling, I'll turn it down to a simmer, and then we'll let it go for a half hour at least. All right, so soup is done, and we did do a little stick blender magic on it to give it a little more body, and I did decide to leave the lemons out, and so they're the limes, limon, out, and so it's just here so we can add it in if we like. Taste your chili, see what you want to add to it. There's also Cojita cheese. You could do some shredded cheddar, that would be good too. A few green onions, throwing those all over the place. These are some toasted pepitas, aka pumpkin seeds. Got sour cream, some cilantro. So it's really a choose your own adventure chili. And we presented it in my Fiestaware, my beautiful Fiestaware, but for the potluck, I'm going compostables. So just a big stack of compostable bowls will make cleanup really easy for you and for your guests. Just for fun, I thought I'd bring, for whatever else is coming for the potluck for Halloween and Dia de los Muertos, maybe something Justine is bringing, paper plates and these really fun vintage paper plate holders. I love these colors. These are straight out of the 60s and these gorgeous fishies. They're just so mid-century, right? So I love mixing in some vintage stuff too. And see, that's where the plates go. And obviously I brought some guac, some salsa, some of my favorite chips. And so this is it. Here's the party, here's the sour cream, here's all the little sides. And yeah, as you can see, this came together pretty quickly. And like I said, make that chili the day beforehand and then just keep it heated in your crock pot or your Instant Pot. Just make it easy for entertaining. All right, I've been Heidi Bennett, and this has been The Vibrant Kitchen. Ciao for now.